Hi guys, this is AruvaChan. So before I get into the video today, I just wanted to let you guys know, if you're enjoying my videos, to leave a like. That it really helps me spread all of my videos to everybody else. And if you really like what I do, think about subscribing. I also have an invite to my Discord down below where you and a whole bunch of other people can get together and talk about art, memes, and anything else your heart desires. Like the other day we were talking about, pistachios. It's loads of fun. We have contests all the time. We currently have an animation contest going on right now, where if you enter the animation contest, you will get featured on my channel. So think about joining. And if that's not right for you, then you're totally fine. Just continue watching. But thank you for everything, and I'll let you guys get back to the video. Bye. So today I don't really want to talk about anything. I just kind of want to chit chat. I haven't been doing a lot of ranty videos lately, and I don't really want to. I don't like ranting and I don't like complaining as much, but it's just kind of what gets views on my channel. Maybe this will be a rant about ranting. I don't really like ranting, and I don't really like seeking that attention. Sure, it gets views and all that stuff, but I don't really care about that. Oh, and again, if you're watching this right now, I'm sorry about the angle that I have it at. I was literally just I was literally just trying to figure out what way to get it best, and then I was like, oh, I can just put my phone on top of my drink. And then I did that, and then my angle became a lot better. You will see the camera move occasionally, and that's probably because my phone charger was plugged in. So if it does move, I'm sorry. It's a little irritating, I know, but what more can you do, really? I just wanted to show you guys how I painted in real life as opposed to, painting digitally. And I paint very differently than I paint in, Paint Tool Sai or Photoshop, because on paper it's much easier for me to grasp a concept because I've been using paper media for pretty much my entire life, whereas I just started using Photoshop this year. My first video was in December. That was my first time ever working on Photoshop, and I know I've gotten a lot better on Photoshop, but I think every time I paint, I want to be painting in real life, and I don't know what it is about that. This is probably like my 4th or 5th time working with acrylics, so I'm not really sure how to blend them, and I don't really I don't know what I'm doing with them. Even though, the finished product turned out a lot better than I was hoping, I still think that it could have been, better. And maybe I'll do a comparison, like a side-by-side of, watercolor versus my acrylic level. It's very, very different. I think I do better stuff with watercolor because it's just easier to work with, but the good thing about acrylics is you can keep piling on and changing the color and making it look different, and if you wait for something to dry, you can just paint over top of it. That's one of the easier things, and this way you can see how I'm drawing and how I'm painting things. And here's another camera move. You can see how I paint things. And if you're wondering what's on my hands, occasionally you'll see my hands with some black marks on them. That's actually henna that I put on myself. I honestly, I love all art. I love all art, so any kind of design thing you could do, or any kind of, flower thing, I really enjoy it. I think I show it in full view of the camera at one point, because I was talking to my mods on Discord while I was painting this, and one of them asked me about it because they were watching my stream. This is actually a live stream that I had a private mod live stream, was what I said. Which again, if you would like to be a moderator on my Discord, the link is down below, and you are absolutely 100% welcome to join it. You do have to be 18 to be a mod, though. That's the thing. And it's super fun. No pressure. But we do a lot of fun things on there. Like, we have everyday prompts for, you know, daily contests. You don't really win anything, you just kind of get to draw the topic, and I like that. I don't know if I should give out prizes for that. I think I probably should, but I don't really know what to give people because I can't draw every day and like do my art also. It's just a lot of work, and I'm not complaining about it being a lot of work because I really do enjoy it, but sometimes it's a lot. Kind of getting off topic from what I really wanted to talk about was it's actually starting to become spring now. Ooh, and my voice just rasps. Ugh. It's starting to become spring now, and I'm sitting in my room and I'm looking outside, and it's so nice. Like, I have my window open and I'm wearing a t-shirt because it's so nice, and literally maybe 2 weeks ago it was snowing. And I don't want to be like, oh, this is perfect, like, it's so nice outside, because I know it's not going to be nice later. Like, earlier, I actually woke up earlier because it was pouring really hard, and I had my window open, and all I could hear was and I love it. If you ask me what my favorite season is, it'll be summer, but honestly, I love spring. I really do. When it's warm and it's raining and, you know, it's bright but the skies are like, sun's coming, I just absolutely love it. Like, I love summer because it's warm and I have very bad circulation, but I love summer because it's warm. I love spring because it rains and it's warm. It's, you know, a bit different. There's just so much to do outside when it's spring and it's warm. Like, I've already gone on 2 hikes already, and it's just a beautiful weather right now. I guess I didn't really want to talk about spring that much. I kind of want to talk about the painting again. So I'm like jumping all over the place with this painting. I just was doing some, like, if you saw, I was doing the eyebrows. Like, I did some underneath strokes for her hair, like her left eyebrow, I guess. I was doing, like, I did some lines underneath the hair to show that it was there. And I honestly am just trying to figure out this painting as I'm doing it. Like, I'm on the phone with my friends, and I'm literally just like working, like, is this a good color? Is this a good color? Like, this isn't a good color. I need to change this. This isn't the way this nose should look. I gotta change that. And the entire time I'm like trying to show them, like, well, this is how I paint, and this is what I'm doing, and the whole time I'm like trying to just get the painting semi-done. Like, you can see me using a small paintbrush. I eventually went smaller because it was too big still. Like, I think I was using I don't even know, it's like maybe a 112, I think. None of these paintbrushes have sizes on them. The paintbrush itself, the brush part, is not very big. Like, it's thicker than I guess a lead pencil, like the lead in a pencil, but it's still pretty small versus the, you know, the 20 that I have bought. I actually have 2 of them because they're very important to me. They're very important, and I really need them because I work small. Like, you can't tell, but, like, my hands are really small. Like, my hands from, you know, wrist to top are maybe 7 inches, maybe 8. I don't know. They're very tiny though. Like, I have tiny palms, and my friends constantly make fun of me because I have tiny hands. That's not true. They don't make fun of me. So every once in a while they make fun of me. Not every time. Not every day. That would be crazy. But they do say I'm small, because I am small. The one I have, the 020, is probably one of my favorite detailing brushes. because it is so small. I think it's one of the smallest brushes that I could find. I bought it at Pat Catan's, or it's a 20 actually. My bad. I bought it at Pat Catan's, which is like another, like a Michael's or a Hobby Lobby, where you can just get art supplies and like everything else in it. It's a beautiful store, and I absolutely love going in there. Like, it smells really nice, and there's like tons of like beautiful things to look out. It's like ADHD central. Just like turn, go, oh, this is so cool. And they have art stuff back there too. Like, there's a art section in the very back, and it is, I'm sorry if you heard that was a text message. It was a moderately sized art section. Like, if you've ever been into a Hobby Lobby, or I guess a Michael's is mostly art stuff, like, or Joann's or something. One of those places. If you've ever been in one of those stores, they have a like painting, drawing section. Like, it's all a bunch of stuff. Like, you find, you know, you walk in and you find the vases or the vases and the flowers, and you find, you know, like all of your like crafty kind of things, and then you have to walk all the way to the back of the store, and you get to like the drawing desks and the, you know, paint supplies and the papers and the canvases, and that's honestly where I go to get all of my stuff. This is the closest store, and it's like 40 minutes away, which is, you know, really good, because the closest Hobby Lobby to me is about 3 hours away, which is crazy, but I live in the middle of nowhere. And it looks like, oh, my painting's almost done. Like, I remember painting this part and thinking like, oh, I need to fix the nose at this point. Yep, there you go, fixing the nose. I had such a hard time figuring out how to paint her nose, because it was, I didn't draw it exactly the same as I had it, which I guess is good. Like, she still looks like a human, she still's colored like a human. Like, I really just wanted to do another lighting study. Like, if you watched my snake video, you've probably seen that lighting study, and that was actually a while ago. I don't think I painted a study like that in a couple months, at least. Like, it's been 6 months since I started this channel, and that was my second or third video, so I did a video every week. Every week. So it was like, I think I probably did it in December. Sorry if you can hear my chair squeaking. I think I did it in December, so it's been about 6 months since I've done a color study. And honestly, I loved doing this. Like, I had so much fun, and like, I love the way it came out. Like, I just think it's so beautiful. And like, at the end I gave her freckles because I really like freckles. And I don't know if she had freckles in the picture. I think she does, but they're just not really that visible. Oh, I have the picture before and after, so you can see what it's supposed to look like and what it, you know, ended up as. And the only reason it ended up as this, like, it didn't exactly, you know, match the picture, is because I do everything by eye. And I know a lot of teachers and professors say, you know, if you can't do it by eye, which actually a lot of professors I've had were like, you should do it at this method and this method, and I just don't like doing it, the methods where you're like, oh, you have to graph out like where your pieces, like put everything in a box and then draw it in the box. Like, I hate that. That's the one thing I never did when I painted or drew. I always did everything by eye, and I actually had a teacher in high school who, she said, if you can, try to do everything by eye. And I'm not kidding when I say this, because I literally just said that. She didn't say it exactly like that, granted. She would, you know, give me things to draw and paint or whatever. I don't think I painted very well back then, but she gave me things to draw and paint, and she said, I need you to try and draw this as straight as you can, but, you know, don't use a ruler. And I'd be like, cool, I don't want to use a ruler anyway. And I would just go for it. And I think she knew at that point I was like, you know, semi-good at art, so she was like, okay, like, I trust you. She didn't really like me as a person, generally, because I came into her class, like, really late. But that, you know, I had to go with my mom on the school, like, I didn't ride the school bus. I rode with my mom and my brother. But, like, she would drop us off, and I have to run up, like, 3 flights of stairs to get to my class, and then I'd have to run down the hall, and I would, like, get in, and I'd be like, I'm here. And my teacher, like, every once in a while, she'd be like, why are you always late? I'm like, I don't know. I can't help being late. I don't drive myself. I'm a freshman. But I guess I had something that she could see inside of me, I guess. That's kind of a weird statement. She could see inside of me. I feel like you know when a kid has potential as a, you know, a teacher. You don't want to be like, you don't want to single somebody out, but you definitely can tell. Like, when I work with people, I can tell who's been, you know, working on something their entire life versus somebody who, ooh, the whole screen just melted, versus somebody who, you know, is just starting off. Like, I can tell the difference. But honestly, even if you've been working at something your entire life, you can still be bad at it. And that's not saying, you know, that I've worked really hard on art and I consider myself, you know, good, and I consider myself an artist, even though, you know, everybody's like, you shouldn't say yourself as an artist or whatever. I consider myself good, but honestly, I've seen people who are newer to art who have, you know, concepts much more amazing than mine, and you would never know it by their art style, like, that they have amazing, you know, stories and beautiful character designs. Like, that's one thing I never really got well, is how to make interesting character designs. Like, all of my characters are girls, and they have nothing special about them. Like, they don't wear any accessories. They, you know, like, maybe will occasionally have different colored hair, but that's it. And that's one thing I've always, like, tried to work on. And it's difficult for me, but for a lot of people it comes naturally. Whereas, you know, when I'm studying a picture, like, I can, you know, just quickly draw it up. And that's because you know, drawing didn't come naturally to me. It does now. Like, I know how to draw people very well because that's all I ever drew, and I, you know, just understand, my brain understands most shapes of things, so I get it really quickly when I'm trying to learn something new. But that's one of the things that I just never really could wrap my head around, and I understand that it's a learning process. Oh my gosh, the video quality is so bad right now. I'm so sorry. You probably can't even see it. The entirety of learning art is a learning process. Like, you can't learn art without learning something. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm just reiterating what I said. Like, you gotta learn art to learn art. It's a lot harder than it seems, because most of it's a waiting game, and you don't really get much satisfaction out of it in the beginning, unless you're a kid where, you know, you're just drawing or painting by yourself in your room, like the color by numbers. I definitely think if you're feeling discouraged about, you know, painting at first, maybe do a color by number. Like, get a little paint set, get a little color by number book, and just go to town. And you'll start to, like, see how things are supposed to be blended and stuff, because it shows you step by step. Oh boy, I'm so sorry about this quality. Like, this is my Friday video, and you guys are getting mostly good art. I mean, this is a beautiful picture. I absolutely love it, but it's the quality of this camera was so bad. Like, I'm using my iPhone, and my internet was so bad the entire time. But that's okay, because we're all good, and this is about the end of the video anyway, so, you know, you gotta deal with it. But, you know, art is hard. but it's fun and rewarding, and you can always, you know, get something you want out of it. Even if you're not that great. Like, I definitely think I'm not that great still. I'm good, but I've seen so many people who are so much better than me, and I have to work up to them, and I have to, you know, get that far to be, you know, on the level I want to be. And I don't know if I'll ever get to that level, but I can always try. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is the before picture of what I was trying to draw, and this is what I drew. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. Bye.